Otto, what do you think, dude? Turbos? Yeah, my man. You respect the boost. Yeah, you don't want that. No. Yeah, good boy. What do you think? Huh? Turbos? Yeah, dude. It's gonna be awesome. Come on, boys. Come on. What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another video. We got a lot in store for today and a lot of talking points that have to be covered. We've been all over the place here on the vlog lately, covering things from the new turbo kit for 8-ball, which is going to be getting installed here very soon, actually this coming week. Cannot wait for that. Of course, we've got the blackjack giveaway, which is about to be over, as a matter of fact. It ends February 13th, and there are no surprise entry multipliers that are gonna be coming out of the blue this time, guys. So if you haven't gotten entered yet and you're procrastinating, my procrastination nation, this might be your time to grab your last minute entries because you might be getting the call to take that truck home. Again, guys, this giveaway ends February 13th. We will be seeing blackjack here in a few minutes on the vlog because we have to head over to the shop to grab some stuff for our adventure today. So what we're gonna be covering in this video is a few things. Number one is we need to get those two boxes right there over to UPS so that way they can get sent out to their destination, as those are actually some parts for the Denali build. As you guys know, we're working on the 2016 Denali, but right now it's kind of been MIA. It's down at Peach Bottom Auto Body, where Sean is working diligently to paint match a few of the components that don't really look good the way that they were before he got it in his possession. And those mods are going to be for that build, and we gotta send them out so we can knock out everything that we need to get done with them so they can get back in time for that build. And then last but not least on the video today, we need to talk about the 2020 Denali. As you guys know, I had full-blown intentions of lifting that truck, but today we have to revisit that topic. And before we head out, we're gonna need these and these. Behave yourselves, boys, no parties. Oh yeah, it's a great day for one of those. Ah, and how could I forget? And that too. First things first on our destination, seatbelt. I know a lot of you guys give me crap about my seatbelt, but you gotta realize I actually wear it all the time. It's just that sometimes, and I know this is the really bad excuse, but sometimes when I'm filming, I grab my camera and talk, and then immediately I put my camera on the seat and I strap my seatbelt. But going forward, I promise you guys, I am going to start strapping my seatbelt instantaneously. I know I need to get better at that, and I appreciate you guys looking out for my well-being. Seriously, love y'all. So first things first is we gotta get those boxes over to UPS to get them out to their destination because we really don't have all that much time to handle what needs to get done with those. This is a great example of me being extremely last minute in my decision-making process and kind of pivoting on what my initial concept to reality was, but I think it's gonna be really worth it. Oh my God, it's a little bit of a wet day. Pull out behind this massive truck and just run through all the mud that it was tracking from its site. Oh, God, it's just everywhere. I try so hard to keep my stuff clean, but thanks, buddy. Oh my God, guys, would you just look at the mess? This is unbelievable. There's just so much mud on the road, and well, I couldn't do anything about it because obviously I can't really swerve, but yeah, look, the white really shows off the dirt really great, doesn't it? So in these boxes right here, some modifications that are gonna set apart the 2016 Denali from all of the rest. And I was really excited about just installing these things right away, but like I said, I kind of decided to change my mind to set them apart just that much more in a way that they're really going to set off this 2016 Denali. I can't wait to show you guys them, and I was actually planning on doing something with them in a video coming out very shortly, but unfortunately, that's not gonna happen right now. These people behind me are looking at me like, dude, what is this guy doing talking to a camera? It's like, no, I'm not talking to my camera, I'm talking to my family right now, let's be honest. Ugh. And being that this is such a last minute decision, this shipping bill is not going to be cheap. Well guys, I've honestly never been happier about being wrong about something in my entire life. That was actually significantly less money than I was anticipating for the expeditious nature of how quickly these packages need to get to their location. As a matter of fact, it was only $31 per box to get them there tomorrow. That's like a bargain of a deal. When he said that, I'm like, wait, sir, are you sure? Like, did you misspeak, or are we not looking at like the fastest route of getting these packages to where they need to go? And he's like, no, dude, you're getting them there tomorrow, which is basically 1-day shipping and or overnight, and it was only $31 per package. Man, that is just outstanding. So I'm super stoked that we got that done now. Bear with me on that one, guys. It's going to be so worthwhile once it's complete. I don't want to tell you where they're going though, because that would really give away a lot of the surprise, and in turn, there wouldn't be much suspense about what it is that we're gonna do to that 2016 Denali that's really gonna set it apart from the rest. So stay tuned for that. If you guys are excited about what's to come from those two boxes in the near future, give this video a massive thumbs up. Now, as you guys know, I've been talking about lifting the Denali since literally the first day that I got it, back in July of 2019, which was last year, which is kind of weird to think about, because 2020 is so new yet. And I've been basically feeding you guys small morsels of information about what direction I'm gonna go with for the lift kit, but some information has since changed. If you can recall, back towards the end of November, I posted a video while at SEMA talking about a Kelderman lift kit that we were gonna go with. It was specifically a 4 to 6 inch kit that I was extremely excited about going with. We talked about this awesome kit that they had in their booth. It was this 2020 Silverado High Country with a 7 to 9 inch lift kit. It had like these massive 26 by 14s or maybe even 16s on it, and a 40 inch tire. It was absolutely colossal. Way bigger than I would ever need. So the idea and the objective was to work with Kelderman while they were working on all of the development, research, and engineering that goes into setting up a brand new lift kit for an altered frame design. Well, come to find out, that 4 to 6 inch lift kit is actually not 4 to 6 inches at all. So I don't know how much you guys like numbers, but today we need to do a little bit of math that includes this tape measure, this truck, and that trailer right there. So we're here today to do a little bit of math to try and figure out together if a 2 inch lift kit is actually going to satisfy our need for what it is that I want to kind of create with this truck versus what it's already kind of become, to take it to kind of next level literally, but also to be able to change up the wheels and change up the tires and set it up a little bit in a different configuration. So we want to find out today if a 2 inch lift is going to in fact satisfy that need, or if we're gonna have to jump up to a 7 and 9 inch. But the big question is, will we even be able to do that? Now let me explain a little bit in detail. Right now, there are pretty much no 4 to 6 inch lifts that exist across the entire market. And I wanted to be one of the first individuals with a 4 to 6 inch lift kit on my truck. Now the reason I'm so gung-ho with trying to go 4 to 6 inches is because, to my OGs, you guys will remember that I had a 4 to 6 inch lift on my 2015 Silverado DURTYMAX, and I towed this gooseneck right here, my gooseneck, AKA the enthusiast rig, without any hesitations whatsoever. It was the perfect amount of lift kit that allowed me to get a wide stance underneath the truck, and of course accompany it with a really nice 355/40 Nitto. I absolutely love the way that those tires look, and you really don't see them all that often because, well, it is a very bulldog stance. Versus that of like the 33 by 14.5 Furies that I have on this truck right now. It has a little bit of a stretch look to it, which I really don't mind. I actually love the way that this truck looks. But if we're gonna change up the setup, I actually want to change it up completely so it doesn't look just as similar as it does right now. Now the reason that no 4 to 6 inch lift kits are on the market at all is because there are no castings for the knuckles to accommodate all of the front end geometries for the independent front suspension. Of course, independent front suspension making things difficult all of the time. It's not like we can go with that really fancy all around 4-corner air ride because independent front suspension won't accommodate that kind of adjustability. Ooh, there's a really nice platinum. Sorry, squirrel moment right now. That thing is super clean. So of course, we're kind of in this situation where I kind of have two options if I want to act on lifting the truck as soon as I possibly can. Again, that's where we're going to kind of try to figure out today if we're actually going to in fact lift this truck as quick as we possibly can, or if we're just going to wait a little while to get that perfect 4 to 6 inch setup. Hello down there. Just chilling, dude. You wanna come hang out in my trailer with me? It's nice up here, dude. I got a great view. I feel like you're one of my disciples down there. No, we're gonna take measurements to see what kind of lift kits we can accommodate with still trying to tow. Yeah, but it's squatted really good, whereas the lift kit that I'd probably be getting would have self-leveling air ride, so I don't know if it'll actually work. Like a 7 to 9 inch lift kit's really big. Where's your mind at right now, Josh? So yeah, we gotta do some math. We gotta see if we'll be able to make it work. That's why I'm chilling up here, dude. Huh?
Just lift that thing and pull bigger.
Just put this, is that even possible?
I mean, yeah.
We don't have much clearance, dude.
Yeah, but just, I don't know. Big drop brackets.
Drop brackets for the leaf springs on my trailer?
Yeah.
Wow, dude, I don't even think I'm that motivated. I'd rather just keep it all completely stock and not have to worry about it. I feel like we're like in the prison system right now.
The boy in striped pajamas or whatever.
Yeah, except you're the one that's incarcerated, dude. I'm free over here. I'm free. See you, dude. Have fun in prison over there. Josh has to serve that super long sentence. Man, it can be tough sometimes. So as I had said, the 4 to 6 inch kits basically don't exist right now, and I'm really wanted to try and change the setup on the truck. It's been like this now for, I don't know, since I got it. Really, we just simply crank the keys up on it, and that's literally about it. Does it ride really good right now, you might ask yourself? And I'm gonna answer very transparently. I'm gonna say no. It rode great stock, but it doesn't ride the greatest right now. And that's kind of why I'm motivated to figure out a solution, whether it's going way up or maybe just doing a set of upper control arms for the time being, some shocks, and maybe just some keys to get a little bit more flexibility from those bump stops in the front end. So here's the deal, guys. We're gonna measure where the gooseneck is sitting right now. It's pretty level. I wouldn't say it's completely level. It is kind of downhill, but this is right where the gooseneck needs to be in order for me to back right up to it with my truck without adjusting its jacks or anything like that, and I can then slide right under, get it all attached and ready to rock and roll for this truck. You have to adjust this every single time depending on, of course, what truck it is that you're using, but this is kind of going to be our point of reference. And then we are going to take a measurement of where the back end of the truck is to the top of the tailgate right now, and then we'll be able to do a simple correlation of that measurement equals that height. So then we can make adjustments to the trailer depending upon where our estimated height is going to be with a 7 to 9 inch lift kit. Casey from Kelderman and the whole team at Kelderman have been awesome. I consider them like very good friends at this point in time because we talk back and forth so often. You know, I really think that that's a testament to a lot of companies because they treat you as if you're a valued individual rather than just a transaction. And it feels really cool to work with other companies in the industry that truly value their customers and work with them in every single case or scenario that they have to operate within. So let's take some quick measurements. We'll start with the back of the truck. All right, boys, so where are we looking right now? Ground obviously isn't perfectly flat, but this is going to have to do. We're right at about 58 inches. If we wanted to get exact, about 57 3/4, but we're just gonna round up to 58 for the time being. Now, of course, oh, guys, I can't open this right now because I have some secret tires inside that I can't show any of you. So this is what we'll do. I'm sorry, guys, I can't ruin the surprise. Now I'm going to measure the height of the ball for the gooseneck. That is about 2.5 inches. Now we gotta keep track of all of these numbers. Do I dare do this right now? I think a lot of you guys are really gonna kill me for this, but it is ceramic coated, so I don't think it's gonna make all that much of a difference. I guess it could be worse. Truck. Oh, this is perfect. 58 inches. Anybody that's screaming right now, don't worry, it's ceramic coated. Our boy Forge Strick hooked us up, and well, that's gonna protect the paint a little bit from scratching, but then again, come on guys, it's a truck. So I don't wanna hear it in the comment section. So we have the ball, 2.5, and then let's take a measurement of where the neck is here on the trailer. We are looking at about 41 inches. Neck, 41 inches. Now, if we do a little bit of math, that's gonna have to come down about 2 inches because of the height of the ball in the trailer. So these are going to equal out to 38.5 inches. So now we have the delta between the top of the tailgate and, of course, where we need to be with the adjusted trailer height. So that's gonna bring us down to 58 minus 38.5. So what's that, 19.5 for a correlation of inches, and basically where we need to be level. So now I'm kind of thinking through this. This is the first time I've ever done any arithmetic like this before, but we really need to do this because we're trying to justify whether or not a 7 to 9 inch lift kit is possible to run on this truck. If we consider the factors that be right now, this truck is on a 33 inch tall tire, and width is completely irrelevant. I think what I'd like to do is try to go up to about a 35.5 inch tire. So we'd be gaining 2 inches of additional height off of just the tire alone. Meaning that if we put the tire on the truck right now as is, it would lift the overall body height up 2.5 inches on average. Then if we go and say, well, this is at stock height in the rear right now, and we lift it up 7 to 9 inches, in the back, it's probably going to be about 5 inches. And in the front, it's gonna be about 7, because generally there's about a 2.5 inch difference between front to rear on these trucks. We're not gonna factor in the fact that it's cranked up in the front right now. We're just doing this for kind of average purposes. So we wanna revisit this top number right here of 58 inches. We're 58 inches with the 33s and stock height in the rear. So we're gonna have to add 5 inches plus 2.5 inches to account for what would be a 35.5 inch tall tire, and then of course 5 inches of lift in the rear. You know what, and just to be safe, just to be completely safe, let's add 6 inches for lift in the rear, because it's going to be a 7 to 9 inch lift kit if we decide to go this route based on what our calculations say. So I want to kind of use a little bit of an overestimate just to be safe. So we're going to add 6 inches for the lift and then 2.5 inches for the tire. So an overall of 8.5 inches, putting us at 66.5 inches lifted. Is anybody screaming right now because I'm doing this to my tailgate? Guys, it's not gonna ruin it. Don't worry, stop stressing. I wouldn't do it if it was gonna ruin it. So now my brain is getting a little exhausted, so we're gonna have to use a little calculation action here. So now we have a 19.5 inch difference in correlation between the tailgate and where that actually rests on the ball. So what we're gonna do is take 66.5 and we're gonna minus 19.5. That's gonna give us 47 inches, meaning that the trailer needs to come up about 6 inches from where it is right now. And then what we're gonna determine is how close to the ground will the back end of the trailer be, because ultimately you always want a trailer with a relatively level load. You don't want the trailer to be super tilted back or super tilted forward. You kind of want to maintain a nice horizontal playing field. All right, so we've got our trusty handy dandy tape measure. And ultimately we need to get to 47 inches. And again, right now we're at about 41. We're gonna mark our point of reference for measurement. Boom, right here with this little rock. And we'll start cranking them up. It's a workout. Oh, we still got a long ways to go. All right, so the jack is completely maxed out right now, meaning that we might have to put this down in the truck and do some adjustments if we need to get to where we need to be. Oh, we did. It's great news. We can actually go down a little while. So we've got the front end jacked up right to where we need to be, just for reference purposes. Boom. And this is what we're looking at. I mean, this thing is pretty high up, I'm not gonna lie. Like, I'm standing flat on the ground and I'm standing under the neck of my gooseneck right now. So the back of the truck, according to our measurements, will sit at 66 inches high. So you can see what we're dealing with here, which we're at 58 inches right now. And if we go all the way up to 66 inches, that's a significant amount of lift that the back of this truck's going to incur. Now, from the looks of it, I believe that it could be doable because we still have adjustment here in the actual neck portion of the gooseneck. So we could put those jacks down further, which would allow us to lift the front end up even more. And then of course, drop the neck down if need to, because we want to maintain an average clearance of at least 6 inches here between the neck of the gooseneck and, well, the bed rails, of course. That thing sounds sick. I can do it. Because when you're towing a gooseneck, sometimes the truck will actually pivot and those bed rails can get close or further away from the neck of the trailer, but you never want them to actually make contact because that would be a very bad thing. Now, just for case in point of this research study specifically, we're gonna bring in another test candidate.
Yeah, Flex, I just wanna win. Yeah, LABB, who we running with? Yeah. 2-2-3-3, I'm on 10 again. Pump up the act.
Ladies and gentlemen, we present Blackjack back to the vlog. This is the truck that one of you guys is going to be taking home very soon. Now, the reason I wanted to bring this out is because what better of a test subject than one that actually somewhat represents what the Denali could be potentially shaping into. So let's do a quick measurement of the back of this thing. Mind you, this is on an 8-inch McGoy's lift with 24-inch specialty forged wheels and 38 by 15.5 Fury Country Hunter MT tires. So very large setup, without a question of a doubt. I mean, it's big. I'm 5'10", and that just gives you a representation of how tall it is. Now we're looking at right about 66 inches. We'll just round up for testing purposes here. So if you guys can recall, with the arithmetic that we did on the average 6-inch lift in the rear, 8-inch lift in the front of the Denali, it was gonna be sitting 2.5 inches taller than Blackjack. 66 inches versus 68.5. It's very, very large versus that 58 inches that we were talking about before. Now, right where we have the trailer adjusted, we should be able to back this thing up and hook it up to the gooseneck, no problem, being that this truck has a hitch. Now, if you guys can recall, I actually towed with this truck with a full trailer on it. So if you guys want to check that video out, I will link it above. So let's go ahead and get this thing hooked up real quick. Get some of those oh so glorious sounds going on here. So let's see what we're looking at here. So there's a pretty good looking rig, if I'd say so myself. I'm not gonna lie, the truck is still sitting relatively level. It's not like it's squatted too much because a lot of that weight's being distributed over the axles rather than, of course, right on the back part of the truck, which would be the traditional trailer hitch. But after a quick measurement, it did settle just a little bit because we're at about 64 inches now in the rear. And you can see the truck has a relatively level situation, but we are closing in here kind of uncomfortably with room. Granted, we are about 6 inches. It looked a little bit less than that, but technically we're good and ready to rock and roll. Now, if you guys can recall, when we made the video where we actually threw one of Lime Ridge's trucks up on the back of this trailer, it squatted considerably, and that was to kind of be expected, which actually helped us a lot. It brought the nose of the trailer down and it squatted the back of the truck, hence leveling out the trailer, and it actually sat relatively level. Now, the crazy part about this is those new 2020 DURTYMAXs are actually very, very big trucks. The depth of the bed on this truck is 19 inches. The depth on the bed of the new Denali is 21 inches. So we'd actually lose 2 inches just due to the depth of the box between this relationship right here, which would obviously be a problem. And then to the point that Kelderman manufactures amazing lift kits that are actually just like the semi-trucks, where they self-level with their air ride. They have a little toggle switch, and if it gets thrown out of whack from its point of center, it'll either deflate or inflate the bags, which is super cool. Now, in this instance, the squat, when we towed with this truck, really was in our favor. But if we had self-leveling air ride in the rear, it would only reduce the amount of wiggle room that we have between that relationship there, and in turn, hence setting the whole trailer back. So if we lifted the whole trailer up to proportionalize things, it would work very well. But I think our little experiment here is basically concluding in one thing, and one unfortunate thing being, I think a 7 to 9 inch lift kit is going to be too much to justify with the need of towing. I don't ever want to have to compromise that because I optioned in the OEM fifth wheel and gooseneck package from the factory so I could link up to my trailer at any given point in time and, well, take it out on the road. So I was just on my way back from picking my wife up Chipotle. We were about to go grab the SRT Grand Cherokee Chipotle, and well, I got pulled over. Quite literally right across the street from Chipotle. No inspection, window tint, wide wheels. So sometimes you guys ask me like, hey, do you ever run into any issues? And I can't say that I'm completely invincible from these kind of things. They happen from time to time. I guess it's all part of it. So hang tight. Now, speaking of seatbelts, guys, I did take my seatbelt off when I pulled over into this parking lot, so that way we were completely out of traffic sway for the officer. I like to make sure that they're completely safe too, because I have a lot of police in the family. So I kind of hear things from time to time. Appreciate it, brother. It's funny, every truck that rolls by is putting their windows down. There was just another police officer that just rolled up behind us. Got 2 of them now, boys. Right, hey, officer. Thank you, sir.
Stuff back. Your license is clipped there.
Okay, thank you very much, officer.
All right, so this is kind of a roundabout way. I'm trying to help you out, but yet still do what I got to do.
Hey, like I said, you have a job to uphold, so no hard feelings. I respect it.
So here's what's going to happen. I'm going to give you this, which says you need to show me that the truck's been inspected.
Okay, no problem.
I put on here 5 days because that's what the default's on it.
Okay.
If I'll give you my card. If you need more time, like you say, hey, I can't get it until next week, I'll work with you.
Thank you, sir. I really appreciate your
Shoot me an email if that's the case. Now, here's what's going to happen. You're going to get 1 ticket from me.
Okay.
It's probably going to be the inspection. I'm going to give you a warning for not yielding to the other traffic back there, which is the one that would hurt you because that's the point violation. That gives you I think off the top of my head, I think it's 3 points.
Well, thank you very much.
So that keeps your license clean, and I'm not going to address all the equipment issues on here. You know about them. I appreciate your honesty and being upfront with me. That goes a long way with me. That's why you're getting a bunch of warnings.
Thank you.
With wheels, they can't extend past the fenders.
I think it's like 0.15 inches, right, or something like that.
No, there's no. It's the tread. None of the tread can be past the fender.
Okay.
Window tint, anything that basically comes from the factory is the max. At least in the front windows. Back here, that's all okay.
Yeah, because it all comes
weird
from the factory.
I get it. I think it's a crazy law. Personally, wish they'd kind of update it a little bit, modernize it. But
sure. So
get those things taken care of.
Sure, thank you.
All right. Any questions?
I really appreciate everything,
You're welcome.
officer.
All right. Have a safe day.
Thank you. You as well.
Thank you.
Well, that officer was extremely cool. Lesson here to anybody is be very honest as a human being in everything that you do. Have integrity and have value and treat everybody with respect. That's all that I have to say. So, let's carry on with the rest of the vlog, shall we? I gotta get my pregnant wife food. She's probably very, very hungry. Don't mess with a hungry pregnant woman. Trust me, just believe me. The Chipotle is successfully delivered and my wife is in there chowing down. Fortunately, guys, we evaded the situation. Again, my married men out in the audience, they're gonna be able to relate to that. Or anybody really dating. But honestly, guys, that video didn't really go as planned. I guess you don't really plan getting pulled over. But fortunately, the cop was really cool, and well, he was very flexible in his discretion. Let me put it that way. So thank you very much, officer. I respect everybody that serves publicly, and look, they have jobs to uphold, and if they see things that don't really make sense with kind of what the parameters of the law say, they gotta do their job. I can't hate on them for that. So anyway, guys, I just wanted to wrap this video up and say that I don't know if I'm gonna end up going with the 7 to 9 inch lift. I think it just might be too much. Based on what we did today, the 4 to 6 might be the better route. So if we have to wait a little bit longer to accommodate a lift kit on that truck, so be it. It is what it is. I'm sure that one's gonna be coming out relatively soon. Those trucks have been on the streets since about July of 2019, so it should only really be a matter of time, but I really truly wanna work with Kelderman. They make awesome, awesome products. In the meantime, I might end up going with something else to improve the ride quality on the front end. And well, we definitely need something in the back to support, because if you guys don't remember when we went down to Peach Bottom, those leaf springs definitely needed some help. They were screaming for bloody mercy and assistance. It's like they were in the trenches alone. So anyway, guys, that's time to wrap this video up. Thank you all so much for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Definitely tap that subscribe button on your way out. My like league, I love you guys. Do what you do best. Grab some entries for Blackjack if you haven't already, because it ends February 13th. Miss 100% of the shots, don't take. I'll see you all in the next video.
Pray we make it through the night. Hope we make it through the night. You can see it when you look into my eyes. When you look into my eyes, you can see the grind all day.